Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to do Cemetery Beach issue number 4 by Image Comics by Warren Ellis and Jason Howitz. Without further ado, let's dive in. I want to talk about the protagonist, but we'll come into that a little bit later. So the president is here in his, castle, and this guy basically discovers where they are going. And so he pulls out a very long map, and this image looks great, by the way. So he discovered that they are going to Cemetery Beach, and then, well, they're coming from here, so they need to go through second stage, but they already been there. So they're coming from the second stage into the drum, and all these people there in the outer rings have their own society, if you will. They have their own quote-unquote leaders, although this is the big boss. I mean, look at the belly. And then, they're going across the mantle and then into the open fields into Cemetery Beach. I also love and also finds it a little bit weird the long hats. I mean, what's the purpose of a very, very long hat? Probably a design choice, and all these tubes are going on. Looks great. But the color scheme is very drab and browny. Probably did it on purpose because they, I think, want to portray how miserable that world is, I guess. So the president is, more determined to get those, Grace and Mike Blackburn. So he orders this man to take charge and get those people back. So and this guy is, I'm not sure if he's a sergeant or just a soldier or whatever his purpose is. He's very ecstatic, and he says, "Yeah, okay, I'm going to do it. You're doing." He's not going to disappoint the president, and so he dresses all up and goes into this flying vehicle that looks like a submarine, and it's got a big smile on it. I also love the design. So if you go to an exoplanet and create a society there, is this the first thing you're going to come up when it comes to flying vehicles? It seems very impractical. But hey, that's me. Anyway, moving on. So these people are from the drum, and they think, hey, we're going to get into the good graces of the president again if you're going to rally up some people in the drum to capture Grace and Mike. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to shout out and, hey, rally the people and settle up for the human bits. And these people are nuts. And that's exactly what Grace is saying. I'm a little bit too soon with that. I'm going to come back a little bit later. Well, I'm going to talk about other stuff too. So Mike says, hey, we're going into the drum. Do I need to expect something? What are these people like? So Grace says, these people are crazy. They are nuts. And Mike says very casually, wait, you are saying that like everyone I've dealt with so far, isn't it crazy? Well, it seems that these people are living on rations for 5 years, so they are going a little bit nuts. So anyway, these flying boats and whoever's in it catching up to them and shooting these torpedoes. And I think, okay, the action is going to ramp up again. And but that Mike sees something weird, and then the head pops off of these torpedoes while they are, flying away in this platform with, I don't know, a motor on it. And then there is something's happening, and I couldn't believe it. I'm going to show you. Now look at this. This is crazy. Who had a thought that when you shoot a torpedo, there's some people coming out there and actually flying down from the sky, trying to murder you. And action again, it ramps up again. And it's just nuts. I mean, this episode here feels a little bit like in issue 3, the action is going crazy, and then at some point when you're watching a movie, there's some downtime, some talking time, some quiet time, and then the action ramps up again. And it actually feels a little bit like that, some kind of a in between. It also feels that issue 3 and issue 4, this one, is supposed to be, be together, one giant scene. But then the creators thought to themselves, nah, brah, we're going to cut it in half, and then we're going to do issue, 3 action, and issue 4, some intermezzo, or how do you call it, or whatever it means. So you think it's going to progress the story? No. It's just more crazy action. So what's going to happen? Again, Grace is very good at shooting people. So she is want to shoot him. And then Mike says, hey, don't do it. Just wait when they are on board because I have a plan. And she's just said, what? Are you crazy? And just trust me. And then she's actually doing that. So they're boarding. And again, he also has some porn mustache. And Grace shoots him again with a one shot. You know, she's doing headshots 24/7, I guess. And then I don't want to show you everything, but I gotta skip a few pages. So this is what's gonna happen. So there's people from the drum flying there with the boats, trying to capture them as well. Mike shoots the other guy, but misses. Grace shoots them from the back, and it's very bloody. It's just one geyser of blood spouting from his body. So Mike catches the hook or the anchor, and then the other boats come. Well, and it seems that this platform or whatever they are on it are falling. So they are, you know, the top of these boats or the mast is penetrating, and it's just. Mike always escaped from near death in every comic. I don't know who this guy is. So, and then he falls off, and Grace jumps into the other boat. And then, again, another crazy explosion. As you see that this vehicle splits in two. The boat explodes as well, and Mike is doing a Spider-Man, and he escapes near death. And that leads into the next issue. Yes. So, yeah, that's, again, the problem that I have. It's too short. And it's very hard to talk about a story if there is nothing there except for crazy action pieces, which I like. Don't get me wrong, I'm really liking the action pieces, but it seems that I wish it was longer, because then there's more things to talk about in one issue instead of, hey guys, I got a comic here and there's a lot of action and some crazy nonsense. Like my video, and by the way, like my video, I would really appreciate it and helps me a lot. Thank you very much. So yeah, and we have also the Sputnik thing here. There was I believe a person in my chat told me that this is some kind of a Russian vehicle they use for in space or something. Yeah, I love the the whole rendition of it. So I believe, could be wrong, that this is what the settlers used to get to the exoplanet, but it doesn't make any sense because they went into space or into the other exoplanet in the 1930s, and in the 1930s this technology doesn't exist. So I have to figure it out what that means, if I get any clarification at all, but we'll see. So guys, that brings us to the end of this video. Enemy counterattack was extremely violent. No shit. So guys, thank you for watching. Yeah, I see you next time.